is so pretty, Brittany.
I know, it's so pretty today.
What is up, guys? My name's Stranger Danger. As you can tell by my wet hair, I have already swam today. So this intro is actually after the action. We already did it. We didn't know that we were doing a video today. So once again, we took on an evil beast out in the ocean, went and destroyed it, and we also saved one of our friends. So if you're new to the channel, guys, go down and hit subscribe and then ring the bell. It's the best way to make sure you get notified every time I post a video or when I go live out there in the ocean. And then if you're coming from TikTok, guys, put the turtle emoji. And we saved the turtles, guys. Visco girl live in the chat. It's me. I'm the #1 Visco girl, the Visco queen. And today we saved a friend. So I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Let's get in the water. Stop. We're not ready to start the video yet. There's something so important that I have to show you guys. So lately, people have been finding turtles stuck in fishing line out in the ocean, more than I've ever seen before. I've seen 3 videos go up on a feature page here called Hungry Hawaiian. The turtle was stuck in this super long fishing line that was going out way out into the ocean, had either hooked the turtle or just the turtle got wrapped up in it, because turtles, they're very cute and we like them a lot, but they are very not smart. So the turtle will incidentally get caught in this fishing line, as anything would. Like, I've been caught in fishing line. Like, I saw it first and I was trying to get it, but I myself have been caught in it while I was aware that it was there. So imagine being a sea creature that maybe couldn't see it as well. And anyways, turtles are getting caught in it. It's a big problem. I don't want to blame anyone. I don't want to point any fingers, but there's a lack of awareness issue right now, because there's fishermen that are taking their lines out with drones or with a kayaker and then leaving this line out like 1,000 yards out and then trying to catch a lot of fish, which is, you know, people need to catch fish to feed their family. Totally understandable in this pandemic. But the problem is that the line gets caught on something, they reel it in, and then they're like, oh, I can't get it cut. And then they leave all of that line out in the ocean. That's where the issue is. So what I'm going to be offering to fix this is I'm going to reach out to some community leaders that I know and tell them, hey, let your people know that I'm available to go out and retrieve these lines anytime, anywhere. Just let me know where the line was left in the water and I will go get it the next day or that day if I have time, depending on when I find out. But I will go and get the line for you. I don't care. There's no shame. Like, I just want the lines out of the water, and if I know where they are, it's easier for me to go get it rather than what happened today, which is that I found it. Please, guys, let me know if you leave a line out in the ocean. I will go get it. I don't care. I want to show you guys what happens when we leave lines out in the ocean. These are some videos by some local heroes that went out and saved these turtles from their certain doom. This is just crazy, the footage that I've seen lately, so I wanted to show you guys so that you understand how important it is that we get these lines out of the water. So the first clip that we're going to look at is by Kaimana Pakele, and so he's down there, he's spearfishing. A lot of these guys are finding them while spearfishing, and then he sees this turtle that looks like he's unconscious, just hanging out down there. So he goes down, he starts pulling it off, gets it off his neck, and then all of a sudden turtle jumps back to life. He's alive. That's, oh my gosh, that must be so scary to go down and see this turtle and think that it could be dead. And so he's trying to work on it. He pulled the one off of its neck first, and then turtle all of a sudden is trying to get away, because that's what they do. They feel that they're in danger and they just leave. That's what they do. They're not highly intelligent the way that dolphins and other marine mammals are. They're just amphibians. So he's finally free. Awesome job, Kaimana. That's super great that you did that. And so huge shout out and props to you. I'm gonna have his Instagram linked in the description, so if you guys want to go check out his spearfishing, you can do that. And then just huge mahalo from me, and I think all of this community, the people watching, they thank you for your good job out there. Yeah, I can't say it enough how good it is to know that there's divers out there that care and want to help other animals that are out there struggling. Okay, so the next video is the most recent one that I saw, and this turtle got caught in line, and it was just kind of dazed around. They probably got it really early. Like, it may have only been caught there for like an hour. And so they went up and they started pulling line off, but I think that they realized that it was too wrapped up and too tangled for them to be able to do anything about it. And so they kept working on it. And then eventually I think that they were like, you know what? There's nothing that we can do here. It looks like they didn't have fins, so they weren't diving. They were just out swimming around. And so if you don't have all the proper gear, if you don't have a knife, if you don't have a tool, like you don't have fins, you know, you don't have as much power over the turtle out there, which it wouldn't seem like you need that, but you really do. So now they're on shore and they pinned it down, they're unwrapping it. It looks like it was really, really wrapped around his neck. So if they didn't get to it soon, he would have eventually died either from suffocation in that moment, being stuck down there, not being able to go up and breathe, or he would have kept growing and then it would have kept constricting tighter and tighter until he couldn't breathe anymore. And then finally he would have perished like that. So it's so good that these guys got out there and got it. This was Meg Martins and her boyfriend, Big Rob. Great job out there, guys. Really, really awesome. I got their pages linked below if you guys want to go check them out. But really awesome that you guys saved this turtle. Huge mahalo from me and this community. We really, really, really appreciate your good work out there. And without swimmers and divers like you guys, turtles would have a hard time getting rescued. So thank you again, guys. Great, great job. So the last one that I want to show you guys is really, really intense. And I have to warn you, the footage that you're about to see is graphic in nature. It's not gory, but you will see a turtle that is gravely injured. So please be warned, and I'll put a time code right here that you can skip ahead to if you don't want to watch this part. Even I have a really hard time watching it. So I'm going to show you guys this clip where Kali'i Padelo rescued this Honu from being trapped in fishing line. You can tell when he goes up to it, the turtle is completely limp. It's because the fishing line was so wrapped around his neck that the turtle had already not been able to breathe for a long time. And so he's doing his best to unravel it, to cut the line off, to get him up so he can breathe, because turtles breathe air, by the way, guys. They're not like fish. They don't have gills to breathe underwater. They do come up for air. And so this turtle was all wrapped up in this line. You can tell it's tight around his throat. He can't breathe. And he's been trapped underwater for who knows how long. Not long enough for sharks to come start eating him, but long enough that when he finally pulls him out of the surface, he does not start breathing. And I just want to pause so you guys can listen to Kali'i reacting to finding this turtle.
Come on, breathe. Breathe. Come on.
So that was really, really hard to watch. So there's two clips here. I'm not going to show the second clip. In the second clip, it's Kali'i desperately trying to get this turtle to breathe, and it doesn't breathe. I can only imagine how you guys feel watching it, because I know how I feel watching it, and so I can't imagine having to live through this, finding one of our beautiful Honu out in the water and seeing that it has suffered a painful death. And so that's why it's so important, guys, that we get these lines out of the water so that they don't hurt another sea creature like they have in these examples that I've shown you, and why I take it so seriously when I go out and take lines out. Like, we were out there, we were supposed to do a photo shoot, and we dropped everything to take care of this. So now we can finally get in the water. I want to show you guys what we did today. Another huge mahalo to these three heroes that went. Two of them saved the turtle, and Kali'i tried his best to save it, but you can only get to them so fast. So that's again why I'm offering this service, guys. Just please let me know if you know someone that goes long line fishing like this. Tell them that I'm available to pull these lines out of the water. I don't care. Just let me know and I will go get it. Yeah, let's get to our dive from today. I know you guys want to see it, so let's get out there. The day had started off like any other day. I find some random trash in the ocean. I pick it up. Okay, now there's a sock. Why is this getting so regular to always find socks? Can we please stop losing our socks in the ocean? And so I wrapped that up, put it in my pocket, and then Brittany pointed out this fishing line, so I went down to check it out. Started to pull it off this coral head. And keep in mind, guys, the coral is the thing that it's stuck on, and all the rest of the stuff around it is reef, but not necessarily coral. So when I touch the reef on the side, I'm not killing anything. There's some algae growing on it, but it's not a big deal. So I'm working on this piece, just trying to get all the fishing line off of it. I'm like, dang, it's really stuck right here. And then it's just on this last little bit, just got to pull it off of there. And then I realize it's going really far in that direction. And then I turn around to see how far. Oh my gosh, it goes really far in both directions. This is going to be a lot of trouble.
Woohoo, tied on both ends.
So then I go back down, I start to work on it on this side, and I'm just seeing what it's stuck on, pulling every little piece off of it. It's not stuck that bad like it was in the beginning, so not having that hard of a time with it right now. Just got to keep pulling on it, keep working on it. Eventually I'll get to the end.
I'm going to keep following it. Here, can you hold all this?
So I gave Brittany what I had so far, and then I found this big bait ball, and I was like, okay, maybe it ends after the bait ball, because this is probably where the fisherman would have like caught a fish or something. So I'm going down, I'm looking, it's stuck on this rock, pull that up. I'm like, dang, I could have just pulled that from the surface.
Oh, it's so long. stay there, hold on.
And then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go back to where we started and see if that end ends faster. And then it looked like it was done off of just this one coral head. So I start working on this one and it is like knotted, like looped and all this crazy stuff. You can kind of tell in the video. It's hard for me to show it because you can't really zoom in on the GoPro, but yeah, it was like stuck. Like I almost had to be solving puzzles down there to figure out how to get this thing off. So I'm like really working on it. Every time I pull one part off, another part gets stuck. I'm like, dang it, what the heck? I don't want to get my fingers in there because like some people have pointed out in the comments before, you don't want to touch this coral head because it can damage it. So I'm just trying to be super gentle, go up, get some air, back down, and then I'm working on it again, and then I see that the last part is just this little looped piece inside of this coral head right here. So I gotta undo as much as I can right there, very carefully, try not to touch it. And then I see the last bit that I have to do. I finally have to put my fingers in there to get it undone because it's literally tied around it. So I'm just digging in there, trying to untie it, and then I think I finally get it. Pulling. Yes, I got it. Okay, so this side is completely off. So now I'm just reeling it in, making sure I don't drop any onto another coral head.
Okay, we got one side.
And then I had Brittany hold what we've got so far. We already have a ton of fishing line, and then I'm just going down, taking it off of everything that it's stuck on. Unfortunately, you can't just pull this stuff off from the surface. You have to go down and carefully remove it. And then I'm making sure that I don't let it slack, because if I let it slack, it could catch onto another coral head. So I have to be super careful. Up to get some air.
Keeps going.
And then Brittany's helping me out, but wasn't reeling it yet. So I have to grab it from her, reel it all in, and then give it back to her, back down. Just trying to find what it's stuck on, and then just pull each piece one at a time. I'm getting tired already, so I have to do one piece at a time. And oh my gosh, I got stuck on Brittany.
I caught a mermaid.
And so yeah, I got stuck on Brittany. That's how easy it is to get stuck on.
It's like a testament to how easy it is to get wrapped up in it.
And so I'm back down there working on it again. None of it is stuck that bad, so it's all pretty easy. I just got to get every single piece because I can't leave any of this down here because this is how the turtles get caught, guys, is all these pieces in between. And so Brittany's still helping me. So grateful to have her out there with me, helping me out with this fishing line. And then I get to this end, and then it comes out. I'm like, no way, that's it? We're done? I got so used to it just going on forever, I couldn't believe it.
Woo! We did it! Finished it off.
No more killing turtles.
Yes, no more killing turtles. Good job, Brittany. We did it. Woohoo! Oh, that's so much.
So that's it, guys. The beast is conquered.
We saved the turtles.
Or so we thought. I went to show this turtle the fishing line to remind him to don't eat it. And then when I got up closer, I realized that something was stuck in his neck. You can see here, if you look closely, about 2/3 of the way down on his neck, there's a hook stuck inside of him. So that hook is completely stuck and there's nothing I can do to get it out without really hurting the turtle. Then I found this fishing weight, and this, I think this is from a robot when they were making it, the animatronic robots that are kind of like humans. And then I saw another turtle and I was like, don't eat this. It's very bad for you. Don't even go near it. Don't even look at it. Okay, got it? Good. And then Brittany noticed something was on him. And then I look closer and there's a fishing line stuck to this turtle. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I think that's the fishing line that I have that got broken. So I take the fishing line, go to throw it away.
Follow him around, I'm gonna get my knife.
I send Brittany to watch after the turtle to make sure that he doesn't swim away from us. Then I saw this flappy pancake boy. He's so cute.
Good job, Brittany.
So many things have happened I can't wait to tell you.
Oh my gosh.
And then she's been following the turtle around for the past like 20 minutes while I went to go throw away the fishing line. Okay, maybe it was 20 minutes, probably like 10. But so I went and threw away the fishing line, got my knife, and then went and followed this turtle around. So I have to regain his trust now. I have to let him know that I'm a friend. And you can see I go down and he's like, hey, what are you getting so close for? He starts to swim away from me because he doesn't want anything to happen to him. So he doesn't know that I'm trying to help. I can't communicate to him. We don't speak the same language. So I try my best to get close, but he just swims away. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I can get it this time. You can really see where the hook is in on his right fin this time. So I slowed it down so you guys can see that. The right fin has the hook. And then I go in, I'm trying to make a move to try to cut the line free so that he can swim a little bit better. And he's just not letting me get close to him. And then I try to grab him to slow him down and he just swims away right away.
I'm gonna run it already.
At that point, I've completely ruined his trust. He does not trust me anymore, so he's swimming really far away from me, not letting me get within arm's reach anymore. I had to put my knife away just to try to regain his trust, and then I got it back out. I'm chasing him way faster now, like I'm going almost full speed. You can hear my breathing. I'm really out of breath right now, trying to keep up with this guy, but I can't let him go because once he gets away, there's no way to find him again to fix it. So try to lunge for him again, try to grab him, but he's still swimming away really fast. I think he's starting to slow down, so I go down and lunge again, and then he still speeds away from me. This guy's a strong swimmer. So he's got fighter pilot technique, swimming away from me. He takes a breath and then dives back down. I'm like, hey, maybe this is my chance. I try to get closer. He keeps swimming away. And then I see Brittany. I'm like, okay, Brittany, you swim on this side of him. I'm going to swim on this side. I think we can pin him. And then I take one more chance, dive down. He's letting me get close, closer, closer. I grab the shell, and then one chance, boom, cut it. I got it. I was able to cut the line. He swims away freely. And that's all it took.
Had one shot. Yes. So he was hooked. He probably ate a lot of fishing line. We don't know how much, but it was going down into his mouth, and then from his mouth, wrapped around his arm, his fin, and then across his chest, and then hooked into his skin on the other side. So all we could do in that situation without fully pulling him up on shore, because of the way that their throat is, we just cut that line the way that you saw. From then, he'll have it dangling off of one side, just one line that's like 4 feet long, and then the part that's in his mouth, he'll hopefully be able to pass that at some point, but that's all we can do. A lot of effort. Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh, we're on the other side of the beach. This beach is like, we swam like a mile across this beach.
Wow, so much happened out there.
Yeah, it's a wild dive.
Loading, loading, loading. So first, you saw the fishing line, pointed it out. I went and got
He
it.
was like, where? And I was like,
Yeah.
here.
She literally had to go down and point it out. I didn't film that part, but so we went and got it, traced it one way. I was like, oh my gosh, it's going all the way out to Japan basically, and then, or to Kauai, I guess would be before Japan. And then I was like, okay, let's backtrack. We'll get the first part. And then we went and got all of it. It took a long time. It kept going and going and going. And we finally got it. And then,
Thankfully, I wasn't too stuck anywhere.
yeah, yeah.
You have to dive down like 10 times in one spot.
Exactly. I think the beginning part was honestly the hardest part.
Yeah, which is only like still one or
Yeah,
two
quick.
dives.
Not like getting the original beast, the PVC pipe. After we did that, we were swimming around, and then we see a turtle, and I like just wanted to show the turtle, don't eat this if you ever see it again. And then I noticed that he had a hook stuck in his neck, and I was like, oh man, that's so sad. And then when I went to throw away the line, it had the hook and the line going into its mouth. Like that was so crazy. And again, I didn't see it. I just looked at it and I was like, oh, turtle. And then she was like, hey, it's got line.
Come back, there's
Yeah.
line.
And so
He was like, where? I was like, attach it to the fin.
yeah, and so that was like total action moment. We had to do all this crazy stuff. You guys heard all about it already, so I don't need to tell you. So then we were finally able to do the rescue. That one last got it. Overall, it was a really good day on the ocean, and we helped the turtles.
All 4 turtles. They all said
Yeah.
thank you for getting the fishing line out of the ocean.
Yeah. So did you have fun out there? Yeah, good.
Yeah, it was fun. I like getting fishing line out, especially when it's like that, like between 2 coral heads. Like,
Well, and like you guys saw with the videos that I showed you, like other people have been finding turtles trapped in line like this. Anything could happen, any animal could get hurt. So that's why we need to take action on this. But if you guys are out there, don't forget, you can always message me and I will come within the next day and clean the line out for you. I don't care, it's not a problem for me. I just want the line out of the water, and so don't be afraid, there's no shame. Just message me and say, hey, I was fishing, the line got caught, it's out at this spot, wherever, and I will go get it. Because I would rather do that than leave the line out there and have to accidentally find it later with a turtle that got stuck and didn't survive, because that's really sad. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit like if you did and want to see more like it. We're going to be out here getting more lines out of the ocean. Hopefully with this message out to those fishermen, we can be doing this more often, and then we'll be saving more and more turtles. And of course, hit subscribe and ring the bell if you already watched to the end like this, because it's a great way to see the videos when I post them. And I hope I see you guys next time when we're cleaning the ocean and saving the turtles. And bye.